Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Intro slap. You really hear that? That's crazy. Yes, sir. Episode 165. We doing the damn thing. 165, my dog. But one thing I want to say before I bring my guest on, and this is dear to my heart, serious on my mind. I'm begging, please, please, please do not expand the NCAA basketball tournament. Please do not ruin a good thing. Do not add an extra weekend. Do not go to 96 teams. Nobody wants to see the 96th and 88th team play in a goddamn tournament. But anyway, without further ado, it's Friday. Baseball season is back and in full effect. Today, as always on every Friday, my man from the JC Pod on YouTube, Jaden Chandler Parnell, baby, rocking with me. Just real quick, how do you feel about that, man? 96 teams making the tournament. So that means you're going to get like, I can't even think. You're going to get like a under 500 Iona
Akron.
team in Akron playing.
Iona versus Akron.
Yeah, first weekend.
No, it's
baby.
you know what that says? That says we want more money.
Yeah. You're not
No, I
happy
think
with
it's a dumb
billions?
idea. I think at a certain point, like, well, are we just gonna let every team in at that point? At that point, why do we even play a season to let people in? We might as well just do a tournament all year. Honestly, we should just let them play regular season and be like, all right, based on your regular season, we're just gonna do a massive tournament.
No, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, bro.
All sports should relax with this in general. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, college football expansion playoffs, I get that a little bit more because only having 4 teams in there feels like it kind of sucks. It always feels like there's 2 or 3 teams left out. But at a certain point, adding in too many teams, like I ain't trying to see the Washington Huskies, who are 8-4, just barely squeeze in, play the 10-0 Alabama Crimson Tide, and Alabama somehow just happens to have a bad game, and then Washington wins, and all of a sudden, like that would be a cool aspect of it also too. But at the same time, it's kind of like, do we really want to see that? But I mean, that's just my biggest issue because I mean, you look at it, the NBA, everybody and their mama getting the playoffs. NFL, they added in an extra wild card, which they basically took away 1 bye, which is, I think so. I think they basically just took. I think there used to be 2 byes. I don't know. I think this has been a while.
No, I'm saying.
No, I think there used to be 2 byes, and now I think there's only 1. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like that was a thing, and they added only like 1 wild card spot to basically eliminate a bye. But overall, and then like college football playoffs.
What they did last year, yeah.
Basically, last year before, whatever it was, but I don't remember exactly. But yeah, college football playoffs has done it now. NFL's done it. NBA at this point, they have a tournament every other weekend. They're like soccer basically at this point. But it's just it's one of those things where it's like, at a certain point, you got to keep the game sacred and realize, hey, you got to like it has to feel rewarding at a certain point. Like, don't get me wrong. They say all this stuff about the Miami Heat being a play-in team and all that. They were the 8 seed. They were going to be the 8 seed regardless, even if they didn't make the play-in. So it's like that's an 8 seed going on. Like they were a true 8 seed, honestly. So it's one of those things where it's like it's just frustrating a little bit because like don't get me wrong, I like to see more teams get more chances. I like more underdogs. I like more games to bet on. But at a certain point, man, you're just watering down it's what's happening with all society. You get too much of something, it starts to become watered down, and nobody wants to see as much of it.
No, I guarantee you, if they got 96 teams in an NCAA basketball tournament, I would not be as excited about it. I'm not going to want to sit there for 4 or 5 weeks following this thing.
I was going to say, what, you skip the first weekend or 2 probably, just like score watch, and then it actually starts when there's about 60 teams.
I mean, that's what I'm going to feel like, because like we just said, it's going to be Iona and Akron. It's going to be a bunch of, and that's the other thing. It's going to be teams. It's already hard enough to win the 6 or 7 games, however many it is, to win the damn tournament.
Other one teams win like 10, 12.
Yeah.
In a row. Like you got to win 10 or 12 in a row.
It's bananas, dog. I mean, as your boy Pat McAfee and them boys say, they not happy with the billions and billions of motherfucking dollars they already
Billions,
making.
billions,
Yeah,
big bags. You want to talk about big bags?
it blows.
Just tell them they make so.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I would
Instead of
not be
investing
interested in it. It actually
I feel you.
break my heart, man. It'll be like the Super Bowl going to a best 2 out of 3.
That'd be if the Super Bowl ever goes to the best. Like I am a diehard football fan. If they ever go to best 2 out of 3 on the football, man, is that I do. I don't even think I'd be alone. I think there'd be so many fans would be like, all right, what the hell are we doing? Because like honestly, the biggest thing that's so frustrating, I think the NFL. Don't get me wrong. The NFL's kind of pissed me off trying to get this 2 bye weeks, week 18 BS going, but I think the NFL does it best of all the leagues when it comes to investing in their league and product. And then you see what they're doing. And I think that's what more teams need to do. Is because I'm with you. You had the whole Adam Silver rant the other day. Is Adam Silver investing in the product, or is he just throwing more stuff together? Like we'll give each player $500,000 for winning an in-season tournament. It's like, bro, LeBron ain't playing that BS. KD already got money. He ain't playing that BS. Devin Booker not playing that BS. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my boy Highsmith from the Heat. He'll want to play that, I'm assuming, because he still has a 2-way contract, I believe. They just signed him back to 1. Shout out my boy. But it's like people like that. Like there's going to be certain people like, oh, yeah, give me that 500. Like LeBron could not play that tournament. They could win and be like, hey, rookie, here you go. I don't need it. Yeah. Nike already gave me that for being here. You'll get that he gets that for wearing a Nike headband on the court, damn near. Like it's just so dumb. Like I think the teams need to do overall. I think teams need to do a better job investing in their product more instead of trying to find ways to like get more games, get more stuff. Find ways to make the games better. But I mean that's stupid because why make it better when we can add 4 more and then make it better? Because then you go from 4 to 6 to 8 to 12. Like we said, at a certain point, we're gonna have an 82-game NFL season where that goes all year round like soccer.
No, man.
I don't think it'll get that bad, but it's a little weird time for sports where it's just weird. Where some commissioners are like kind of I don't want to say stretching their powers, but they're pushing them to the limits with some of the stuff they can do. And especially with Adam Silver. I think Adam Silver is like, all right, let's see how far we can go with this commissioner job. One thing I'll admit I'm excited for, and then I'll let you go on Adam Silver. What is it? For the NFL, I am excited. Jim Irsay has been talking about the rumors already. They're basically going to go to a businessman. I'm excited to see what happens when the NFL has basically an NFL commissioner that's a business person and then the NFL guy under him going, I'm interested to see what happens with that because I think more sports things should do that because at the end of the day, it is a business. And I think if you get somebody in there like the Coke guy or the Pepsi guy or even like Bezos, like they'll find a way to push the product and get more stuff out there. And I think that's what a lot of these leagues need instead of adding more games and adding in-season tournaments where the winner gets $500,000.
Yeah, bro.
And I will take it out of my paycheck. It's like, bro, you're getting $200,000 million bajillion Silver just to be. He's a tall guy though. I will admit he's tall. I don't know if I'd have to look up to yell at him, but
take that $500,000 you was finna give every player that wins the tournament and get that shit to 12 different cities for a fucking community center or something, bro. Let's make the world a better place. But Adam Silver, I never even finished the point I meant to start the other day. Now that you think about it, I realized I meant to say. I think his goal was to make the league soft, to allow foreigners to come in and dominate, to make the league global, to bring in more revenue. I think that's how he's thinking. And that's me. I haven't heard that from nobody else. That's an opinion I like got. It. Because if you look at the Lukas and the Jokers and the Wembys and the Giannis's, they coming over here and just dogging us and then telling us to our face, y'all soft as hell. And now all his boys back in France is like, hell yeah.
I was just saying, to your point, like, I don't think that people take it the wrong way. I don't think it's you disrespecting foreign players. I think it's you disrespecting American players because there's been foreign players forever, like Peja Stokovic. Like, there's been foreign players that have been over here, but they're taking over. Truly, I can't. Every podcast now, when they talk about basketball players, like, hey, when's the next American basketball player going to do it? Zion's too busy being in wet, juicy butts. Ja's too busy getting in trouble. Like, I mean, man, it's just like, where's that? And it's like the worst part, too, is like, you see how the way Jokic acts. He just wants to go home, go back to Serbia. It's almost like he doesn't even want to be over here.
Right.
And it's like, but he loves basketball. It's just crazy because, like, you would think that more, it's like, it's just the care. I mean, obviously you can tell that he cares about basketball, but he wants to go home and everything. You would just think that there's somebody in America who just cares and loves the game like the LeBron James did coming up, like all this. But
Yeah.
I think the way we view, I think you said it best, the way we view the NBA now versus the way we did years ago, it's just like, not the same. I mean, instead of being like a true, like you said, Quincy AC, that guy used to make me mad sometimes just watching the way he played, but in a good way, because it's like, that boy is tough. Reggie Evans, you said it best. I think he was bald too. The bald head. I know Quincy AC for sure, but those type of players, like the Draymond Greens, those type of players, you need those players to win games. You need them in every type of sports. The players that, yes, they might be getting 7, 8, and like 7, 6, and 2, but hey, they try to push on Steph Curry. You better believe Draymond Green's like, hey, what you doing, bro? Get out of my boy's face. Like, you need a lot more than instead every team now all has like the same type of build that's shooting 3-pointers that when somebody's yelling at them, they're like, oh. It's just stupid, man. Like I'm not saying it's everybody, obviously, because there are some dogs in the league, but this is overall, it's like I'm with you. Like the NBA is almost to a point where it's like not watchable because like I'm not saying like the guys don't care about it, obviously, but it's almost like it's hard to see it. Sometimes it seems like they don't.
No, definitely, man. And just to confirm your point, I love foreign players. I've never had a problem with foreign players, foreign countries, anything. My problem is with the American-made players, because we used to be some
dogs.
Yeah, bruh.
Like, wolves, as Jerry West used to say.
Now we just soft, bruh. Our whole country just soft. Like all our sports are soft. Everybody's just crying on social media about shit. Like
it's a societal thing for sure. I think that's like taking over and it's leaking in the sports, which sucks because sports should be, I don't want to say like the gladiatorial, but let the boys play. I mean, like I do admit, like, don't get me wrong, I do like the safety and everything. We should be doing better trying to go for that. But at the same time, like, we can be safer and not take away from the game.
Get paid $20 million a year.
And hey, that's why also
on the line. Y'all might not walk again after your career, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, it's don't get me wrong, it's like that sucks. I mean, let's look at Shannon Sharp. Dude's had 2 hip replacements, still jacked, and I mean, Hall of Famer. I mean, it's just truly tough. Like, and you want to talk about tough? It's like toughness, man. Like, I think sports in general are missing a toughness that we truly need to bring back. I think football still clings on to it a little bit, just obviously because it's football. But I mean, even then, like, man, you want to talk about hitting the quarterbacks. I could go on rants for days about how you just can't touch them, which don't get me wrong. I think that they should try. I like the idea of trying to protect the quarterback because don't get me wrong. When they got Joshua Dobbs playing Taylor Heineke, no offense to either of my boys, but when you got the third string playing the third string, it turns into basically the USFL. And I get why they want to protect the quarterbacks and everything, but at the same time, you got to let, like, they need to do a better job of, like, letting the boys play a little bit. And then you go in the basketball. You can't even breathe on a guy without a and it's like, it's just, and then, like, I guess, like, baseball, I don't know how you can be, it's like, I guess, like, there's toughness in baseball, but it's like, it's harder to expose it because it's more of, like, it's a give and take of it. But overall, man, it's just
the thing about toughness is they used to be men competing. And every now and again,
I don't know if it's like
a fist fight, and now it's just boys out there having fun, dog. Homie hit a double, and then the shortstop's over there like, good shit, dog. You dogging us. Like, I don't know. That shit is just whack as fuck to me. That's one thing
I agree with you. I don't usually mind that either, but it's like I want a little bit of like adversity or edge to it. That's what I feel like we're missing a little bit. Is that like the edge too? Like it's basically like he could be like, hey, good no, is like, but you best believe I'm gonna be getting your back, boy. But instead he's like, hey, nice double, man. I can't believe you did that, bro. Hey, what'd you do, man? You hold that thing tight. You hold that. Like, I think I do agree. I think sports have gotten way too buddy, which they should. I mean, don't get me wrong. They partially should because at the end of the day, it is kind of a fraternity of MLB guys, MLBs. But at the same time, like, you can – I mean, you are right. But there's a time and place for it. When you're on the field, like, I think like what was it? There's a – if you watch there's a NFL quarterbacks thing on Netflix. Like, no, I thought, and this played out perfectly. There was a little thing that I've only seen the first episode. They show a little back and forth between Max Crosby and Patrick Mahomes. There's a little bit going where basically, like, it's what some defensive linemen do to get in your head. He was like touching Mahomes after every part of the play. And then there was one where it's like 2 seconds later, gives him a shot. Then him and Mahomes are basically battling at it, yelling at each other. And they're basically going at it. And you could tell, I'm here. Dude, I love his voice. It's hard to take him so serious sometimes because it's so like, higher pitch. But basically, like the whole thing happened. They end up winning the game. Right after the game, first thing goes, hey, you know, I love you, bro. Let's go. And then quick get up, quick talk, and then they just go about their ways. And it's like, hey, that just shows you can be boys. And then when it gets to it, like still be competitive. I just feel like a lot of sports are now like, he's my friend. And I think it's a big issue. It's because of all the switching teams and everything that it's like taking a bit of that competitive away, because it used to be like, oh, I hate Steve Smith and that damn Ravens. But now it's like, oh, Steve Smith's playing for the Ravens, the Bucks, the Packers, the Colts, he's playing for everybody. How can you hate him?
No, I think
that's just
part of that is
frustrating, man.
everything. And I don't mind players being best friends. Go get a beer after the game, laugh it up. But on the field, bro, I'm going at your ankles with my cleats every time I slide in the second, bro. You better get that motherfucking foot off a second, bro.
Cup checking you every time around the bag.
I miss pitchers being able to hit players without getting ejected.
Yeah, I wish they would give a little bit. I mean, I get also why safety reasons too, but they should be able to give a little bit more lenient like they did.
With a 96-mile-an-hour fastball to the ribs.
That is true.
Ain't nobody ever die from a 92-mile-an-hour fastball to the shoulder. Just don't throw it at their head, bro. Hit them in the leg.
Acuna did have the limp shoulder from that, but
man, I do
agree with you. It's like that. If you take that to all sports, it's like literally the best way to like translate in all sports. You can't hit a guy without getting thrown out anymore. That goes with all sports. Basically, you can't hit him in basketball. You can't hit him with the baseball. You can't hit him in football. Like, I mean, you were watching that game last night with the Tiger Cats, right? That guy that jumped over the pile and they gave him the spearing. It's like, what's he supposed to do?
Right, dog. It's football, man.
I don't know, but hey, by the way, for those people who know Canadian football, so I know nobody else watched it, but
Huron captain by a hook. Nah, me and my man took the Hamilton Tiger Cats last night on the money line.
That's 100.
Yeah, even money over I don't even remember.
The Edmonton Elks.
Elks, baby. Yes, sir. What a game.
Yeah, for real though.
Thursday night football, baby.
Can't wait. 50-some days away. It's honestly truly exciting.
I'm
just glad that we're done with the Bulls.
Before we jump into the second half of the baseball season, I got a quick random question for you. And it's just because I just want to dog this dude out loud on my show. Kevin Durant, top 50 player, yes or no?
Easily yes. I hate to say it, but he is top 50. You look at his career as a whole. I mean, like, offensively, he's probably the tools he has. Offensively, he's probably like top, like just offensive alone, he's probably like top 15 in the league all time. But the only thing that sucks is like his career, the way his career trajectory, it kind of staled it a little bit. But I just can't take away from like I grew up watching that dude, so it's like I remembering how good he was at some of the battles with LeBron and everything. Like I can't take it away from him because of all the dumb stuff he did and all the injuries that happened later. But I mean, I think top 50 is a lot. There's a lot of players. I feel like he should be at least top 50.
I'm old.
I could be wrong. I feel like he should be. No, let you dog him. I know you wanted to. Just for you.
I feel like what's the difference between him and any other player in any era that was one of the best scorers in the NBA?
I just think he has like
so many scorers that was better than him in the 70s and 80s that nobody even knows today.
Fair. I just feel like the height attitudes to it, because I just feel like, don't get me wrong, like I think it's just an era thing too, where it's like a guy's his height back then, they'd be like, hey, get your big ass on the block. The fact they allowed him to stretch his floor, I think that allowed him to be just that much greater. But yeah, I didn't watch 70s or 80s. And I barely watched any 90s basketball, honestly. So it's like I've obviously seen the highlights and everything, but I wasn't there like sitting watching Kareem do his little thing. So it's hard for me to like fully give a full adage on it. But just from what I've seen from KD, I mean, he truly is one of the greats, I think. I mean, the fact that he can almost get 50 on any given night, I don't know if any more he can, but there's a time where it's like that dude walks in the court, it's like, hey, he could give you 50 easily. And efficiency. I think the biggest thing for me that I love about KD is the efficiency. That can't take it away from him as much as he'll score 20 on like 8 to 10 shooting or 7 to 10 shooting, which is, I think, one of the biggest things of his game that some people kind of overlook a little bit is how efficiently, I don't know as of late, but before, man, he was efficient. Like I said, 8 for 10, scoring 25 easily. Stuff like that.
No, he's definitely top 200 all time. Definitely top
There's a
200.
guy, man. There's a guy, man. Oh, let me see how many. I'm now going to go to StatMuse and see how many people played in the NBA. See how bad your disrespect is.
About 3,000.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I did not understand your question. Stupid stat move.
4,706 players have played at least one game in the NBA. And that was February 2022. So he's top 200 out of 5,000 players, pretty much. That's pretty good.
So you're saying, hey, yeah, top 4%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People trying to make him seem like he's top 10.
Bro, you're gonna lose. You're making so many people mad coming out here. Top 200. Katie's top 200. LeBron's top 155.
Now, see, I think LeBron top 50. Straight up. And he might be top 30. Like, I'm not even arguing that. Top 25. I just wouldn't go top 20.
You got
time.
Skip Bayless in speed dial?
Nah, bro. I don't know, man.
He would probably agree with you on that.
As a kid, bro, I was obsessed with the history of the game. So I would always look up new players. I would always like try to find players that nobody talks about. I would always try to figure out the guys who had a great career that nobody gave a fuck about. And so like I just know a lot of players that have done what KD's doing without social media and without the hype. It's just like
that's fair. I did not know
I
that
think
much
pound for pound, skill for skill, he's top 200, bro. And he might be top 150, top 200, but I don't know, man. I'm not one of these cats that's like, just because he's also doing it in the softest era of the NBA ever.
Yeah, that's I mean, I would say he's a rich man's Terry Cummins. Throw a name at you that I know from back then.
I just
Terry Cummins,
because I've been hearing a bunch.
Oh Lord, Terry. No, I can definitely see where you're coming from though. It's just. I will admit, the harder now it is, like, I just feel bad for the NBA record books now. Because Larry Bird sitting at home like, God damn, I'd be dogging these boys for 50 every night looking amazing. And it's just the thing that, it's like how it looks for the NFL now with the passing numbers. But I mean, it's the game growing, so you get it. But you look at the passing numbers from, like, even, like, the 60s, 70s to now, it's like,
nah,
what?
It's crazy, though.
Even, like, man, you watch film from the 70s, man. They're taking 12-step dropbacks to throw it 5 yards, and now you got Mahomes taking 2, throwing it 50, throwing for like 300 yards every game. It's just the game changes crazy. But I mean, like in the same way, like the defense with the NBA, like the defense now has changed so much to where almost anybody can get 20 a night easily. And I think it's also like a credit to the NBA players now. I think the average NBA player is probably more skilled than they were a few years ago, but with the defense, it makes them look just that much better.
Yeah, I don't think it really has nothing to do with skill, man. I think anybody at any time could have always gave you a bucket. But can you get a bucket on a double and triple team? Can you get a bucket with the
right way,
getting an elbow in the nose? Can you like? Do you have the fortitude to keep coming? Like, I don't know. Back in the day, you had to really want it. Now you just could go get it. Like, it's like walking to the store.
When did you say that stopped? Like 2012, 2013, or was it sooner than that when all this kind of like? Because I would say that's about the time I remembered like the last like tough basketballs, like the. Yeah. Right before KD joined the Warriors. Like, I don't want to say KD joining the Warriors is what did it, but that's about when I remember the league started to become a little bit softer. That's about when Adam Silver came in.
No, I'm telling you, bro. I was watching like an extended highlight. It was like 40-minute video of 2009 Western Conference Finals. And the whole time, I'm like, bro, both of these guys would be fucking ejected. Melo and Kobe just like, throwing bows, pushing, fighting for rebounds, slapping each other. Like, they would both literally be ejected. But it's it was beautiful to watch, man. And I miss that type of shit. I miss people, like KD never really had to deal with nobody physically.
Like Garnett.
Yeah, bro. Somebody that's really going to be like, nah, what's up, bro? You going to get 30, you going to have to get it. You ain't going to just come out here and shoot all these pretty-ass jumpers. You going to have to get it, bro.
I was going to say, we got a lot of pretty boys out there right now.
And I don't know, man. I'm old. Call me old. These new kids probably like, he's such a dummy. KD would drop 50 in any era. I just don't think so. I think you put KD in the 80s and 90s, he's probably a great six-man.
I was about to say, I mean, I agree with that. I could see KD almost dropping 50 in any era, but the question is he playing the next game on that game was on Sunday. Is he playing the next game on Tuesday night, or is he in an ice patch for 2 weeks because Ronnie Bones is just beat up? Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I think there's he's one of the players who can translate eras, but it's just like how much longer or shorter would his career be because of the abuse he would take. That's the question. Like he could probably drop 50, but would it only be for a year or would it be for multiple seasons? That's the way. That's how I look at it. It's like I think he could do it, but I don't know how he could keep it up with just like the physical abuse. Because don't get me wrong, like KD has definitely gotten stronger and bigger, but you look at his body. If he played against Dennis Rodman would have killed him.
Bro, imagine Scottie Pippen locking his bitch ass.
Pippen would have killed him.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd have been mad like, hey, he's like Michael spit in my coffee this morning. You're gonna get it today. Just getting angry, pushing him. Nah, Mike's abusing me again. I'm taking it out on you.
You used to be able to do that though. Like you can meet somebody on the other end and just bump them all the way up the floor, annoy their ass, get in their head. But now it's like, nah, you getting ejected, bro. Like when I saw Kobe and Melo going at it like that, bro, I had flashbacks, bro. I was like, damn. See, this is what I fell in love with.
Right. And now they're just flopping.
Yeah.
The boys acting, trying to win an ESPY.
ESPYs. Talk about a joke.
I can't believe they hosted the ESPYs. All the I'm just like, and then everyone went on strike. It's kind of funny how they had the ESPYs and everyone's like, all right, now the actors are striking.
Man, talk about some soft ass. We're living our dream. We've always wanted to make movies, but we're not getting paid enough. Like, bro. I
mean, if they're supporting the writers because of the AI stuff, I agree with that. Anything else, kind of like, I don't know. I'm not going to get into it because I don't know the full situation going on, but all I want is a goddamn good TV show. That's all I want.
The way I look at it.
That's all I want, goddamn it.
The way I look at it is it's privilege to even be able to go on strike. Imagine how many bricklayers, ditch diggers, T-shirt printers can't take a 2 weeks off because they got bills piling up. So the fact that you can even afford to go on strike shows that you guys shouldn't be on strike.
I bet there's a few actors like, wait, are we actually doing this?
Right.
Y'all serious? I just moved out here.
I just got my first role, bro. What the?
I'm gonna be those bums on the streets. No, it is some. I'm very curious to see what happens with this now because I know it's not sports, but with them out, I mean everything's at a halt right now. So, hey, they picked a terrible time to do it. If they would have waited like 50 days, everyone would be like, NFL's on, who cares? College basketball's around the corner, who cares?
I'm finna apply to every job writing. Give me $2 million writing movies. Fuck it, be the only motherfucker writing. Everybody hating my ass. Just walking out the building, everybody just throwing potatoes at me and shit. Give a fuck.
It's like, hey.
Finna get this money, man. Y'all tripping. I got 3 movies right here in my notebook.
Ready to roll.
Man, please. All about my bread like ham and cheese. This is Captain by a Hook, baby, with the red beard. My man JCP from the JC Pod rocking with me. Second half of Major League Baseball kicks off in about T-minus I don't know how many hours.
6 o'clock. We got about 9.
I just came I came on your show Wednesday night and we talked everything second half of the season. We talked divisions, we talked playoffs, we talked tiers, we talked teams that should just pack it up, show up next year. So I'm not really going to get into too much of that. If y'all want to check that out, like I said, the JC Pod on YouTube is scrolling at the bottom right now. Type that in. Whenever you see my face in the latest one, that's the one that we're talking about, the MLB. But also check out all of his content. He just did an amazing breakdown on the AFC South, baby. Kicking off the NFL Kicking off the NFL
about talking about the Colts roster, though. I realized I was at work. Sorry to interrupt you. It made me laugh when we were talking about it. Because with your MLB show, I had everything planned to a T, had it all perfect. So when I was looking at my NFL notes, I'm like, all right, we should be good. I was at work, I'm like, man, I didn't even talk about the Colts. I just went into my rant about how sad I am about them. And it reminded me of your White Sox rant on the show. Because like when I was editing the show, I didn't tell you about this. I added a section in with your White Sox rant. I'm like, damn, we went for 10 minutes on the White Sox.
That shit's heartbreaking, bro.
Dude, I feel you. That's how I was with the Colts. I'm like, man, over under 6.5. Like, golly. And I went through. I'm like, hey, I see 10 games they can win here.
Right.
It's going to be rough.
They're going 15-2.
I was like, hey, so they sweep the Texans. All right. They might sweep the Jags. And then, about there is where I probably lost everybody. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Truly, I know I cut you off there a little bit, but truly, I'm excited, man, go through those breakdowns and everything and just the MLB episode, truly, that was a lot of fun. I would go recommend that. Like I said, I told him wanted to be 30 minutes, and we got an hour of really good baseball content out there. Like it's really good info there. I think, and you got some good betting odds for some of the higher teams. Like you got about everything you can ask for baseball wise, I'd say.
No, it was a perfect All-Star break baseball episode, man, that you put together. I was just happy to be a part of it.
Great timing by me by just being lazy and forgetting to ask you to do it on some days and be like, oh, hey, all of a sudden, hey. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, though. Truly a lot of fun. And because we've gone over that now I got like different views on how I view some of these teams going in this season. Honestly, like now I'm looking at some of these teams. I was looking at lines today, like, interesting.
I ain't gonna lie, next week, bro, I don't want to jinx it, but I plan on having a week. It's that time
White
of year,
Sox plus
baby.
210.
It's that time of year. You said what?
I said White Sox plus 210
Nah.
today.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite end of that. Hard, heavy, hot and heavy.
But yeah, no,
The
I'm
only thing
excited,
that does
man.
worry me is that the Braves had their whole team at the All-Star break, so I don't know if they
Yeah, nobody got a break, basically.
gonna have that one sluggish game because they got home on Wednesday, cussed their wife out, slapped their kids, and only got one day off on Thursday. I'm just
And playing Xbox, Johnny.
Yeah.
Going to bed. Got a game tomorrow.
But yeah, man, just to start off with that, you got old Uncle Charlie Morton taking on young trash Michael Kopech on the mound tonight. Braves, White Sox. Over in Philadelphia, baby, the hot Phillies taking on the Padres. Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres. Giants, Pirates. Old Rich Hill taking the mound for the Pirates. Alcantara kicking off the second half of the season as the starter for the hot Marlins, who are taking on the Baltimore Orioles with Creamer on the mound. Blue Jays starting the young rookie Ryan Nelson. Diamondbacks, starting the young rookie Ryan Nelson against the Blue Jays. You got the Dodgers taking on the Mets, Urias Verlander. And you got Bernsey taking on the Reds, starting for the Brewers. Red Sox, Cubs, Nationals, Cardinals, Rays, Royals. Talk about a blowout. Guardians and Rangers. That should be a good one. The New York Yankees. Rodon's giving up 10 tonight in Colorado against the Rockies. I wish the Rockies' money line was bigger so I could slap it all on the floor. Astros taking
Bringing them up, man.
Angels.
Making my room stinky.
Shohei Ohtani taking the mound tonight with a blister. Looking at that Astros
so he
line
is
a
playing?
little different. He's starting tonight according to MLB.com. Twins, Athletics, and then to round out the evening, the late game, Tigers taking on the Mariners. Talk about a game nobody's going to watch. Am I right? Eduardo Rodriguez taking on Luis Castillo. Lacan, Falan, Balana. What games you looking at? I can give mine out if you want to look at it for another second. I only got 2 bets for the night. I'm always nervous about that first game of the season or the first game back from the break. I don't know who mentally is back for real. That's why I said
I'm in the same.
I'm slapping them.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. It's because the first weekend series back. While you're going through, I was just basically kind of just clicking some teams like, hey, not like basically just like the odds I like for. Man, I got 5 potential games and maybe like 2 of them. It's going to be one of those days. Honestly, going out on the limb here, I'm going to take the Marlins at plus 100. We'll see if that's one of those ones that it's in the bet slip now. We'll see if I actually do take it. Kramer just wins. That's the only issue, but he does give up a decent amount of run. I don't know how he does it. Like there's every game, it seems like he got that magic touch, man. That Midas touch.
I love it, bro. ERA close to 5, but the record's 9-4, baby. Don't worry about the ERA. We over here with the record, baby.
I just remember the one game I always watched. The one game I always remember watching him. They gave up 5. He gave up 5, and then was lights out the rest of the game. And the Orioles ended up winning like 7-5. It's like how. Another one though, I do like. Another dog. Give me them Reds, baby. We'll see how they play. It does make me nervous with Burns on the mound, but at the same time, Reds plus money.
Burns.
Why not keep going to the bank? You're hot going into the break.
The Cincinnati.
Let's see if they can burn. Basically, I have the Rangers minus 1.5. I don't know if I'm going to take it or not. It's tempting, but at the same time, I hate betting against the Guardians for whatever reason. When I bet against them, they just become the best team of all time and either lose by 1 or end up winning. So it just makes me always nervous to take the 1.5 against them. But I'm not going to bet 146. So that one's a maybe. But it's plus 134 on the run line. Give me the odds, baby. Astros plus 132 for the money line. Just because of the odds and Shohei's blister. It's basically like a fade of Shohei in case he's actually still a little hurt. And they don't have Trout or Rodon still. So they're still the Angels, people. And then the last one, the Red Sox against the Cubbies. Give me the Red Sox start their plus 8,000 climb now. I might take that also as we speak. Red Sox, we talked about on my show, plus 8,000 to win the division. Yeah, you bet 10, you almost get in the grand, baby. That's a lot of McDonald's. So you buying for the family. So yeah, I think honestly though, I like the Red Sox. I like the Astros. I like the Reds. And I like the Marlins and the Rangers minus 1.5. I end up having an extra little $10 or $20 in the pocket. I might be like, yeah, why not? Throw it on the Rangers. But they definitely make me the most nervous out of everybody. And that's basically kind of what I'm feeling today.
Yes, sir. It's the second half, baby. It's time to stack up that football on money.
Oh, yeah.
Popping.
But not betting baseball. I'm just playing.
I'm going Dodgers. The Brooklyn Bums.
Woo.
Taking on the New York Metropolitans. Give me the Dodgers to be the hottest team in the second half. Dodgers, Astros, Braves. I plan on them taking over this league the next 2 months going into the playoffs. So give me the Dodgers. Plus 135 on the run line. And then over in Atlanta. This one does make me nervous. But give me the run line. F it. Braves, minus 1.5, minus 130. Put a little juice on it for a morning. Wake me up. Take it on the White Sox, who not only are they struggling, not only are they trash, not only do they have one of the worst pitchers I've ever seen on the mound tonight, not only all that's going on, but these trying to get traded. Don't nobody want to play for the White Sox no more. They just waiting to get traded. Waiting for the season.
And I heard they might not trade Tim Anderson because he's having that bad of a season.
Oh. We ain't got to get on it again. But give me the damn Braves tonight, man. Kick them in the arse. And then I am going to rock with you on the Astros money line. Only because I think Shohei is going to get beat the F up. And I think the Astros, I think they're the second best team in baseball, man. And I think it's about to start showing after the Braves. But
question. Anyway, before you go, do you think the Astros have a chance to get a better record than the Braves or no?
It's possible. I mean, they only
plus 6,000 for best record in 2023.
That's not a bad gamble, man. I mean, I could see the Braves. I don't want to say falling off, but I could see the Braves instead of going
back to earth a little bit.
Yeah, going 45 and 40.
Especially closer to the playoffs once they realize like they're locked in. I think I'm with you there. Yeah, they could have a little like 5-6 game lose streak and it literally mean nothing.
Now, that's a good point because the Astros, every game is gonna matter with the Rangers on their neck. I mean, besides the Marlins, Braves ain't got to worry about nobody.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you. I was just trying to look at some of these other futures. How do you feel about Shohei breaking Aaron Judge's home run record?
What's Aaron Judge's home run record? I never knew he set a record.
62.5, or I guess home run record. I guess record for the AL because they don't count the Royd boys.
Huh. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize Aaron Judge set a record.
Yeah, that's why he got the MVP basically. That's why it's weird because he set a record, but he really did it.
Yeah, I mean, he just tied somebody else from 1961. He didn't get 62, did he? Or did he get 62 last year?
He did get 62 because this is for Shohei to get 63 at plus 1,700. I'm just looking at some long shots that I'm finding as we're ending, just seeing what your thoughts are.
Man, I don't hate it, man. I think Shohei, what's he got right now? 40?
No way. Home runs, he probably has 25. I have no idea, honestly. Off the top of my head, I'm just looking up that 40-40 special, still plus 164. I'm probably gonna hump on that for those people who are on.
He got 32, so he would need 31 over the next 65 games.
So 65. Ooh, that's tough. That's not bad for odds, though. Honestly, I mean, you want to dabble a little bit, I'm definitely going to take that 40-40 special I talked to you about on my show, which Ronald Acuna, for those people who do have it.
It's automatic.
Still plus 164. I'm going to hop on it basically as soon as we get off.
Man, if I was you, I put a whole check on it and be happy as hell when football season come around.
What is he at right now? He's at,
I think
you know,
he's
off the
already
top
at
of your head?
39 and 39. No, I'm playing, but let me look.
Imagine.
I know.
What is it? It's 40 steals and home runs, right?
Yeah.
Because I know it's let's see. I know he's doing let's see. He
only got 21 home runs. That's the one I'm worried about. I know he already got 41 stolen bases.
Yep, so it's basically, I mean, honestly, knowing, and he, like, I feel like every other game you see Acuna home run for leadoff spot or something. Every so often, like at least once a week or something. So, I mean, it's definitely doable.
I mean, you telling me he's not going to get another 20 home runs? He'd have to get hurt.
And, like,
which is a possibility.
And he's one of those people who's thinking about it for sure. By the way, Ronald Acuna Jr., a home run over 35.5 is minus 120. Shohei over 48.5 minus 125. I thought these were a little better. Your boy Pete Alonso over 40.5 is minus 106.
Hold on.
I was just trying to find players at your place.
Pete Alonso.
Polar bear.
Anybody on the Mets right now, bro, I'd slap the fuck out of him. I love Pete, but god damn, man.
You got a Acuna stolen base that's 68.5 for the over-under right now.
Yeah,
that just feels crazy. What was Ricky? What did you watch? Ricky Henderson, right? What did he have? Like, what did he average a season? Do you know or no?
I don't know. I feel like Ricky Henderson is the most overrated player ever in baseball.
Hey, that boy could steal though. That boy was swiper.
But he stole it for stats.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Did he actually? So he didn't do it for like. So basically, like anytime you get on, he's like, so he did it selfishly. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah. He did it to be the greatest base stealer of all time.
Hey, at least it worked, because if it didn't work, he would look like a jackass.
He averaged 56 stolen bases per season. And he had one season with 130 stolen bases. 1982.
Oh my God. I would just love to see. Imagine. I mean, we honestly are a chance now with baseball nowadays. We're at a better chance where we could see that. That would be, man, I just would love to. At a certain point, just in like, all right, this boy's just stealing the steal at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, to be,
ain't no wrong with it,
to be fast enough. To be fast enough for them to know, like, oh, he's going, like, and we can't stop him. Like, man, that dude, I'm surprised. Honestly, that he wasn't slowed down by his balls dragging on the ground. I mean,
that boy was. He thought he was the greatest, bro. Like that boy was cocky as hell. I don't know if you've seen some of them clips.
I've not ever. No, I only know Ricky Henderson a little bit from MLB The Show, being my leadoff, 99 speed, 99 steal. I obviously know of Ricky Henderson, but like I haven't watched like clips like that of him. That's what just made me want to bring up some of those because that was funny.
That boy, he stole a base to break the stolen base record of all time. Picked the base up out the ground.
I did see that one.
I'm the greatest of all time. Nah, brother, you just stole hella bases. And
now they're gonna tear down your field. That's poopy. Now he's named after the Athletic. I feel bad for him that he's named in the Athletic Stadium. It's a bad look. Isn't that Ricky Henderson Field?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Before 2020, the Oakland A's was one of the most prestigious franchises.
I know, they were right there.
Bro.
And then their owner just decided to peacock it all and said, hey, Vegas.
I hate it, Doug. Las Vegas A's are gonna be my favorite team in baseball, though. I can't tell you that, but I do hate.
You'll probably be their only fan. You might be their only fan, man. That's the only thing I'm scared of. They came out with like, I don't know how true this is. It sounds like it's very true. Where basically like the land they're buying in Vegas, they were going to own the land in Oakland. Basically, they're going to own the land in Oakland, have a big area for their team and all this. Instead, now they're going to Vegas. They don't even own the land. It's a lot smaller. And who knows what the true fans are going to be. That's basically all I'm hearing. So I am excited for that. Like, I guess not excited, but I'm curious to see, like, first game where they're like, because they're going on the strip too, right? Like,
I'm buying season tickets, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm beating up on my fan.
Bro, they're probably going to be $25. You're going to be the only one there. They're going to be like,
bro.
Here we go. Here we go in the back, in the center field by yourself.
With
like, who's that guy with the red beard out there?
I'm telling you, bro.
He's been here all week.
It's,
He's the only one who showed up to all 3 of these games. No, but
man.
honestly, I am curious to see how it goes in Vegas. It's gonna be weird to be right on the strip.
That's why I want season tickets, bro. That shit is so live, bro. That shit is popping. I mean, bro, the Raiders Stadium is a block and a half off the strip. It's not like
I feel like that's still like
they on
that's
the
not
other
too
side
far,
of the
but I
freeway,
feel like
but
if
I
you
don't know
put them
know
on
Vegas
the,
like that.
I don't know Vegas like that closely, but I still even feel like a block and a half away. Like that still feels like a little too far. Like imagine if the Raiders Stadium was on the strip with all the stuff they have.
Yeah.
Man, there'd be beer bottles on the field every game. Oh, these boys trash. Get them out of here. And that's how Derek Carr ended up leaving. Now he's with you, boy.
God, I can't believe we got Derek Carr, bro.
Hey, could be worse. You could have got Matt Ryan on his last leg.
Bro,
With
I'd
cement
rather
face.
have my next door neighbor, 65-year-old old Joe, go out there and try to get us three touchdowns a game.
Hey, you think hey, Kamara's only going to be suspended 1 or 2 games potentially. So I mean, if he can just get a good little handoff action going.
That's the thing, though. I love Kamara. I love Kamara. Fell in love with him his rookie year. Never been more excited about a player we had. He's just not a running back to me. Give him the ball on the screen, let him hit the sideline. But, like, I really do hate just seeing Kamara get a handoff up the middle. I don't know. It just feels like, bro, this is not a running
Like I
back.
get he can bust it, but like yeah, exactly. But then everyone's be like, he had 6 touchdowns that one game in Christmas. It's like,
Oh, a beast. I'm not saying he shouldn't.
he is.
I just wish they used him more as like I really wish he was a slot receiver, bro, that took like a Debo Samuel type player that took run. He took some handoffs, but
That would be pretty.
he's really killing you over the middle every game.
Yeah, like where he's in the slot, they motion him in the backfield, and then it's like a boom handoff. Like I would love that. They basically should have done that when they had Mark Ingram all those years, but which they kind of did. But at the same time, they think like yeah. I mean, I also get it though. You want to get him carries, to get him involved and everything. But yeah, it would be interesting to use if they used him like imagine if they used him like a Taysom Hill role instead of like obviously not the handoffs and everything, but they basically had him like the gadget guy where it's like, hey, fuck it, you're lining up a tight end this play, and we're gonna put you in tight end. We're gonna do a tight end reverse and hand it off to you, like stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
you can get really gimmicky. That is a nice thing about Kamara. He is so good that like it's honestly almost a compliment to call him not a running back because
That's what
how,
I'm saying. He's too good to
how
just
versatile he
take
is.
handoffs up the gut and go for 3 yards. I mean, that's what running
Derek
backs
Carr.
do. But he's too good for that, man. I think he's way
You
better.
buying a 4 jersey?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't buy jerseys. I'll just say that without being disrespectful.
Would you buy a Kamara jersey or a Carr jersey?
Kamara, easily.
What about? Oh, here's a good one for you. Michael Thomas or
Michael
Derek
Thomas.
Carr?
I love Michael
Oh,
Thomas.
you ain't mad at him still for all these like BS he's been doing?
Man, that's the thing, man. I'm a true fan. So, yes, I feel like he took $300 million and just been soft as hell ever since.
Shout out Ben Simmons.
But I remember Mike Thomas, bro. First 4 years of his career, and god damn, I'd be lying if I didn't tell
That
you
boy was
he
nice.
might be my favorite wide receiver of all time.
He was nice with it.
That boy was just automatic, bro. I rooted for him too much to just turn on. Like I would love a Mike Thomas jersey, bro, for the rest of my life.
So you're one of the. Now you can't turn your back on him. You're stuck.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I mean,
I
I
just
just
feel-
feel
I don't
the
know
last
what's
3
going on.
seasons because it's like, come on, bro. Come on, man. But
I
it's
feel like he handled it all so poorly.
yeah, I think
both
Sean
sides.
Payton too. I don't know.
I think both sides, yeah.
I think they both kind of got their little chest puffed out, and it was like a who gonna fold first match. And I can't even be mad at Mike Thomas for not folding because as a man, bro, sometimes you got to put your pride ahead of things. And they say take your pride out of shit, but I don't know.
When
I'm
you
a
get a check
prideful
like that,
motherfucker.
You get a check. If I got a check like that, I'd be okay doing this for a minute, boy. I mean, that boy was getting
The other
paid.
thing too is, bro, the way he got injured, bro. When it happened, before the announcers even announced it, I saw him get hurt, and I said, "Why the f- is he blocking in the slot up 20 with 20 seconds on the goddamn clock, bro?"
I don't even remember like exactly how he got hurt.
That's
I
how
kind
he
of
got
remember how it
hurt.
happened,
First
but
game of the
I didn't remember
season.
the scenario.
First game of the season, we up by at least 20. There's about 2-3 minutes left on the
This
clock.
year, or was it like the original injury you're talking about?
2019, 2020.
Oh, okay, the original one. Yeah.
I'm watching the shit. First game of the season. For some reason, we got him as the tight end slot, like crackback, whatever, blocked to block the weak side.
Yeah.
Run it, give the ball to Kamara. Offensive lineman throws the D line like a little bitch. He just rolls up on the back of Mike Thomas's. I'm like, why is he even in the slot blocking right now, bro?
The worst feeling ever.
I literally,
Offensive lineman.
as soon as I saw it, I'm like, bro, why is he in the game? This game's over, bro.
For real. From personal experience, man, I've lost like years off my ankles life from getting linemen thrown into them. That is not fun. Not fun at all. The big boy's like, especially him too. He's like tall and lanky too. Like that
It looks bad, bro. Like I said before the announcement, I was like,
yeah. Now that I kind of remembering it a little bit, yeah, that was pretty. I mean, hey, good thing though. Like we said, since we're talking about the Saints, favorite to win the division though, so you boys are good.
I will say this, bro. I think Kamara's gonna have a breakout season for one reason and one reason only. What's your boy, the anime guy, Jamal Williams?
Yeah.
Most underrated.
That boy, Jamal Williams. Man, you want to talk about something before we end it? I hate the Detroit Lions for what they did to Barry Sanders. They let Jamal Williams break his record. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Jamal Williams to death. Love him to death. I'm glad they gave him the most regular season touchdown rushing. I don't know if it's Lions record or NFL. I think it's just Lions. But he had like 17 rushing touchdowns with the Lions that broke Barry Sanders' record. And it just felt wrong.
Did he beat it by like one touchdown?
Yeah. Like it was like if he got 17, Barry Sanders had 16. Like it was one of those things where they could have left him tied. It would have been fine. But no, they're like, nah, we're going to let him beat it. And it was like last game of the season, second to last game. Like it was basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My point is give Barry Sanders 17 games in the season. He getting 17 to 18.
Honestly, yeah, he has on one or two, but it's one of those things where that just made me so mad, man. I was sitting there, it's like, man, y'all really like. It's one of those stupidest things. Like, who cares? Like I said, I love Jamal Williams. I think he's like a funny dude, great dude. Like nothing against him. It's just like history of the game stuff. Like nobody, like I think some people remember Jamal Williams, but nobody's remember like they remember Barry Sanders. So the fact that they just let him like yoink that record, which don't get me wrong, like I said, I want to emphasize this. I'm very happy for Jamal Williams. It's truly awesome. As a football fan of like the whole sport as a whole, it felt a little weird to me. Felt a little wrong, but I get the record's meant to be broken, but
no, I'm gonna lie, as a kid, that's how I felt about Emmitt Smith playing for the Cardinals just to break a record. I'm like, bro, just retire, bro.
Disgusting.
Just retire.
Give it up. No, yeah, that's a tough one. Hey, shout out the Cardinals. If you want to bet them to get exactly 0 wins, it's like plus 24,000, which might be due. The Cardinals are bad. I know we ain't talking football, but
not only are the Cardinals bad, the Cardinals don't want to win.
I don't think they do either.
I'm telling you, bro.
The way they act. I mean, they have a new coach, Gannon. I'm excited to see how he does, but
if they win 2 games, he's getting fired for overachieving.
I think that honestly they're going to be in Caleb Williams territory.
Big trash.
So you said 2 wins. So you can get the Cardinals to win exactly 2 games, plus 550, 1 game 1,000, 0 games 2,400. So that's where you're going to be this season, I see.
I think they're gonna win about 2 games and be mad about it. Is what I think. Because some team that's trash as hell, I can't even think right now, is gonna only win 1 game and get the first pick.
Hey, your Saints are minus 154 to make the playoffs. By the way. Also, too, I think the Cardinals are the worst team in the NFL right now. Like they've gotten rid of everybody basically.
That's like I think that they're trying to lose.
I think that the Texans, like a team like that, might get them. But I think the Texans might get them by a win or 2. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think of
5 wins this year, baby. I'm calling.
Yeah, according to this, so playoff wise, it says Cardinals are the highest odds to make the playoffs at plus 980. So it's Cardinals, Texans, Raiders, Bucks. That's basically like the bottom feeders will. I think that the category they'll be in. So those are the 4 teams I think that we'll see a first pick from. Unless Baker
is going to be one of the worst teams in the league too.
The Panthers, they are plus 160 to make the playoffs above the Bears, Giants, Broncos, Titans. So they're in the fringe-ish category, but they're towards the bottom.
Yeah. If I could take them not to make the playoffs, if I could take their under, I'm betting against the Panthers every time I get this season.
I just want to let people know, too, for those of you who don't know, I know I said I gave the Colts 10 wins. Usually first-year coordinators / coaches with first-year quarterbacks, It's usually an uphill climb. They usually do not win very many games. The regular season win total for the Panthers is over under 7.5. You can get under 7.5 at minus 102.
Easy. I don't think they get to 5.
7 feels like a lot. Like I think Bryce Young's going to be good, but I think like a lot of these teams, like only one of these teams with the young quarterback is probably going to win like about 7-ish games, and it's going to be the Colts because nobody expects them to. Everyone expects a lot of C.J. Stroud and not Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young. So they're going to fall to expectations. Nobody expects the Colts to do anything, so that's how the NFL works. The Colts are going to win 10 games, make the playoffs because they shouldn't, and the Jaguars are going to be trash. That's my AFC North break or AFC South. No, I am.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I've never seen a worse quarterback in college get this much hype as Bryce Young.
Dude, see, like, and everyone's been talking about how the issue around them has been it's the team around him. It's not Bryce Young. It's the team around him at Bama. He didn't have the best team. Like, he was. And it's crazy because everyone comes out. He was the best quarterback Bama's had in years. He just didn't have the team around him. It sits there. It's like, I think they won a national championship with Devontae Smith being the Heisman winner that year. Like, I don't want to like trash the kid because I truly this is my first year fully in to watch him, and I thought he was all right. I thought there was definitely some room for improvement, but at the same time, Alabama is one of the worst it's been. So I don't got a true read on it, but I am truly very I don't know what I'm going to get from him. I think all these young quarterbacks this year, I don't think any of them I think all of them I know Bryce Young probably should have been the one, but I think truly any of them could have gone one except for Will Levis because we don't know. We don't know shit about any of them.
I'm going to tell you this right now on record. Bryce Young is Kyler Murray with half the arm.
Oh! Clip it.
And that's exactly how they play. He's going to take 3 steps back, run sideline to sideline 20 times, and throw a 15-yard pass.
But he at least watches film and not playing Call of Duty. Because I heard the big thing about Bryce Young is his mentals, which is the part that I'm going to like to see translate the most. But also, too, like they are in a situation, like I said, first-year head coach, first-year quarterback. So, yeah, 7 wins is a lot for them.
I'd be surprised if they get 5, bro.
Man, I haven't looked at their schedule yet, but they do play the AFC South, so there's like at least 2 potential wins there. That's the only thing.
I think they might be the worst team in the league outside the Cardinals, bro.
I will admit their defense is really good. That defense is going to be the thing that carries them. It's just, their offense. Like I think their number 1 wide receiver is basically Adam Thielen. So that's
I'm gonna be honest.
That ain't good, boy.
I don't care how good
DJ Chark
is.
Oh no, sorry. Terrence Marshall's their number 1 wide receiver.
That's your boy?
Your boy. No, I don't even know who that. Maybe they got a bunch of nobodies at receivers. They got a bunch of like decent guys. But yeah, like Vikings, Lions, Dolphins, Texans, Colts, Bears, Cowboys, Bucks, Saints. I mean, they don't play the hardest schedule, so 7's not the worst. But yeah, I'll probably see them by 5.
It don't matter how good your defense is when your quarterback throwing picks on their own 30-yard line and you're going 3 and out every time.
I don't know. They had Sam Darnold last year with the Panthers, and it seemed like their defense was trying their hardest to stay in it mentally. Like, oh my God, he threw it to them again.
But see, that's the thing.
No, I'm a lot.
You think Sam Darnold's really that bad? Like, you
I don't think
Bryce Young can really be better?
Sam Darnold was not that good, so I think it's not that hard to pass him. But to get to that next level, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you never know. Sam Darnold went to the quarterback guru, Kyle Shanahan, so he might figure out that Sam Darnold was that dude all along. But bro, all I remember is that boy said, "I'm seeing ghosts," and they let that thing float on the internet, and his career has not been the same since. Bill Belichick broke that boy. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. I mean, Sam Darnold, I love Sam Darnold, man, but hey, boy got a good head of hair. I'll say that at least. Good head of red hair.
Ghosts.
Hey, they were down 30. That boy's seeing more than ghosts, man. There was about 40 Patriots defenders on that field that night. I think he had like 6 interceptions. Man, that boy got dogged for it. I felt so bad they released the audio. I couldn't believe they did. Like, man, the NFL hates this guy, huh?
They out of line, bro. Putting my dog.
By the way, I know we're about to be going here soon. Something I do want to give out football-wise that everyone should keep their eye on. There are rumors floating around that Drake May has a chance to be a flirty number 1 overall pick next year. And to bet the field against Caleb Williams, I know it's way too early. Plus 220 for the field against Caleb Williams for the number 1 overall. Number 1 overall, you can get Drake May at plus 450. Just keep that in the back of your head as you're watching college football this season, because that's something that's been actually floated around that, like, hey,
Did
Drake May's that dude. No, he stayed. He played really good last year, too.
Yeah, he did.
For how bad they were. I was a big Drake May guy. I thought he would have gone number 1 overall in this draft, I think, this year. Truly. I think it's just because of the potential alone, because that's how the NFL drafts now. NFL drafts on potential a lot in the first round, so we'll see, man. I'm just saying, I know it's nothing to do with the fingernail Peyton boy, but I do truly like Drake May.
Nah, I like Drake May. I like Caleb Williams too, man. I just shout out to
I wish he would just say shit.
Shout out to the
I was
Green
just saying-
Wave.
Ooh, the Tulane boys. Yeah, I was gonna say I do love Caleb Williams, but you can't paint your fingernails and get your ass beat. Not a good look. But he does it all season, so I'm not gonna dog him for it. That's the thing.
That's this generation, man. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I mean Dennis Rodman did it too, so I know it's not, but you see everybody's doing it now. And ain't nobody playing like Dennis Rodman.
Man, bro.
Because I was gonna say, I feel like bring it back to basketball. I feel like Dennis Rodman, like, I won't lie, if I saw a line of like people with their paint and nails painted, it's like Caleb Williams, like whoever, some of these dudes that you see nowadays, like I think Jordan Poole will say, I don't know if he's actually done it. And then you see Dennis Rodman's like, I ain't fucking with that guy. It's like, hey, I'll mess with you two boys. That boy got a look in his eye that I do not like.
Bro, any man that'll put on a woman's wedding dress and go out in public, that boy is a killer.
Not even care. That boy did not care. Dude, man.
Still fucking the baddest bitches you ever seen.
They need to do something to that dude's brain, man. That guy is 101. Like, you want to talk about, like, that boy. I still love the story of Isaiah Thomas where he's, like, standing on the backboard just like, I'm watching the rotation of the ball. And he's like, that's when I knew his brain was different. Like, bro, just not quit doing layups.
Yeah.
Ball spin 5 times. It's like, oh, that boy's brain is firing on some different cylinders. It's
Right.
like, man, I ain't even watched my own ball spin that many times. Shout out Rodman, though. That boy was out 0 points, 20 rebounds some games. Wild stat lines. 40 rebounds, no 2 points. Boy was balling.
Go hard like I'm Rodman. Roll up like some stockings.
Hey, that boy came into the game knowing he was taking no jump shots. He was just there to grab some boards.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. Dodgers, Braves, run line, Astros, money line. My mans gave out the Rangers, the Red Sox, the Marlins, the Reds.
Please don't take the Rangers. I'm going to, but don't do it. I'm very nervous about them. Minus 1.5 coming right out the break.
It's very scary. I will say that. But yeah,
Very
man.
scary.
This is Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for the love and thanks for the support. My man JCP from the JC Pod on YouTube. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate having you. Everybody,
Much love as always.
take all wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly.